All right. Speaking of marriage advice, Morris Chestnut's wife must be doing something right because Morris shared that he's been married for 27 years and never cheated. He said, I know I have a good woman. Do you believe that not all men cheat, Al?
Absolutely. You know what? I love this black love story right here. It's refreshing to hear this gold standard, especially after the Will and Jada crap. And I 100% that men don't cheat. My mother said my father was 100% faithful, 10 toes down. So I kind of grew up with that. And that's a part of my DNA. So, and also we understand that Morris Chestnut is a devout Baptist. We never hear no mess about him in the blogs, cheating on anybody. He and his wife have always, had positive things. We hear everything positive around him, that he's a faithful dude.
Q, what are your thoughts?
I love to hear this because, I've talked about this before in the past in my YouTube videos, especially within Black culture. It definitely is it's kind of this, if you ever go to a barbershop, Claudia, and you hear, men in relationships are married, oftentimes you'll hear men talking about their side pieces, or their side piece will come up to the barbershop and bring them food. And a lot of the other Black men in the room won't even check him about it. It's just an unspoken, accepted behavior amongst Black men, that you're supposed to have multiple women, your main and the others on the side. So it is definitely refreshing to see somebody who is revered as a sex symbol, who's as attractive as Morris Chestnut, who has access to any piece of punani that he wants. Let it be known to the world, baby, I'm a one-woman man. He does that, and Method Man is another one that lets it be known, baby, I am a one-woman man. And it is refreshing because these days, Black men are catching such a bad reputation, and it's in vogue right now to bash the hell out of Black men, and we ain't nothing, and So it does feel good that we do get a little bit of positive representation in the relationship space.
I see some people saying, I don't believe it in the chat. Well, maybe one or two people. I'm going to say this. I know Morris Chestnut. And I know some of the people in his circle. And I think that has a lot to do with it. One of his closest friends and who actually works with him is my friend Turk Stevens. And anyone that knows him knows he is a solid human being as well. Actually, he gave one of his kidneys up for his mom. Like, Morris surrounds himself with other quality Black men. So I think it's easy to be accountable, and it's easy to not cheat, and it's easy to do the right thing when you're a good person. And then you also don't have raggedy ass friends in your ear saying, man, you soft, what you doing? Because like you said, Funky, he is fine as hell, and he has a lot of options if he so chose. So to me, that makes it even more admirable, because he can't say, well, it's being thrown at me. He could easily say it's been thrown at me, but he still it's a choice. He chooses to be faithful. He chooses to respect his wife, and he chooses not to be a cheater. And that's why he's had longevity. That's why everyone loves him. That's why he looks young. His son is fine too. Like, that is a dope ass family. Like, I love the entire family.
Claudia,
go ahead.
Claudia, so my mother said my parents were married for 45 years until my father passed. And my mother said one of the reasons they had such a strong reunion for so long was because she never denied him sex or food. Regardless of what was going on in their marriage, those are the two things that she knew, that if you denied your man sex or food, he could go somewhere else because somebody else is going to give it to him. What are your thoughts on that? And Q, you could jump in here too.
It makes sense, but I think it's a little unfair. Like, it's like if you have a migraine headache and you are really in excruciating pain, or you just don't feel up to it. Like, I have friends that are in long marriages, and they say similar things too, but they also hate it, but they do it for you. And as long as the guy appreciates it, but I don't know.
On the flip side of things too, Al, to your mother's credit, and I'm sure your father's rebuttal would be, he never denied that light bill being paid, and never denied the mortgage being paid, and never denied
building that house,
never denied
her that pool.
So back in that generation, it was a give and a take, and everybody understood their role. I bet your mama took her debit card and went to that grocery store and didn't have to worry about that bad.
I do think it's easier to do all the things that you're expected and wanted to when you're also fulfilled.
Yeah.
I think when you're resentful, right? Yeah. The man, I ain't buying you those extra shoes because you ain't give me the sex I want. And then the girl on the flip side is like, well, I don't feel safe with you. So no, you're not getting sex at your beck and call. So, but no one wants to go first a lot of times because of ego, right? Yeah. You go first, then I'll go. And,
right.
Yeah. All right.